Hey everybody, we're here to talk about the mental aspects of a physical workout. Now I'm going to do this in 3 separate videos. The first one here, it's going to be talking about starting an exercise routine. Now part 2 is going to be about gym membership, and part 3 is a home workout. Now it doesn't matter whether it's a gym workout or a home exercise. My fundamental rule, my first 3 fundamental rules. Rule number 1, 2, and 3. Don't hurt yourself. Safety comes first, last, and every point in between. Now, I view the mental aspects as a 2-step process. Step 1, starting an exercise routine. And step 2, maintaining an exercise routine. Now, I'm sure there's plenty that's been written about this, but a book entitled The Happiness Advantage, it really seemed to resonate with me. Now, I'll write the title of the book and the author's name in the description below. There's a chapter or a section of that book called the 20-second rule, and it's where the author discusses various ways on how to minimize barriers to change. Now, I recommend you read the whole book because it's a fantastic book. But that particular section seems appropriate here where we're talking about making a change to your life. You know, you're trying to start an exercise routine. For some, this change might not be a struggle. But for those who will struggle, you need to recognize or somehow make yourself aware what those barriers are in your particular life. Obviously, they're going to be different for everybody. You might even have to be something of a detective to analyze your life, to figure out what's preventing you from getting to where you want to be in terms of exercise. You know, if you're able to identify those barriers, then you can, and I want to emphasize, you can devise means to overcoming those barriers. I'd love it if you could share your situation with the rest of us here. I mean, we all can learn from each other. The thing is, if you're struggling with getting started or even maintaining an exercise routine, try making yourself aware of how others confront similar issues. And maybe you can connect with their approach. Or maybe you could look at several different people's approaches and pull different things from their views and meld it into a custom view or a custom approach for yourself. In this video, I show you my approach, and it is by no means original. I build on what I see others doing, and I adapt it to my lifestyle, my personality. In other words, I'm not saying, hey, do this and you'll look and feel like this. You know, it doesn't work like that because we're all different. And even when you develop a routine that works for you today, guess what? You're going to end up changing it because nothing lasts forever. What I'm trying to emphasize in this video and all of my exercise videos is this. In order for exercise to be a part of your lifelong journey, you have to be mentally accepting of change. And I think this COVID-19 pandemic that we're all experiencing right now, I think that's a perfect example of a disruption, a change in people's lives, especially with exercise routines and gym memberships. People that are mentally prepared are better adapted to that sort of change and disruption in their life. At some point, this pandemic is going to be behind us, but life is still going to be swirling around, presenting us with interruptions and disruptions to our exercise routine, and those are the ones that we have to be mentally prepared for. For example, if you can't do a full workout, do a partial workout. Small progress is still progress. Celebrate and acknowledge that you made progress. The thing is, if you persist at full workouts and partial workouts, at some point, you will have formed an exercise habit. And it's that point in your life where exercise becomes part of your life. And that's where we want to be. One indication that you've reached that point is when you no longer use barriers as an excuse to stop exercising. Now the whole thing is flip-flopped. Now you actively search for ways to minimize or work around those barriers. Now, you may not believe me at this point in time, but if you can maintain a regular exercise routine, there will come a time when exercise gives you more satisfaction than, say, eating a piece of chocolate cake or whatever your favorite treat might be. When you exercise, your whole body says, thank you. When you eat a piece of chocolate cake, only your taste buds say thank you. All right, let's say that you're mentally prepared to begin a structured exercise routine. You've checked with your primary doctor, everything's a go. So now in my narrow world, there's either a choice between gym membership or home workout, which is the focus of my next two videos. But before you press on to part 2, I want to share with you my own personal philosophy, and that is I want you to have balance in your life. I want you to be able to balance a physical workout with a mental workout. And my favorite recommendation for a mental workout is to read a book. Reading makes your mind feel as strong and good as your body feels after a physical workout. So, please press on to part 2 now, and thank you so much for watching Landry, the average reasonable person.